A very good morning to all of you. Today we have with us a very special guest, Ms. Tasneem, who is the Center Director of Minikins International Preschool and Daycare. So before we dive into the session for today, let me introduce her to all of you. Ms. Tasneem is a postgraduate in English. She carries with her 15 years of rich experience in metro cities and has worked with CBSE, ICSE, Playway, Montessori, EYFS, and KIDUCATION-based schools. She has shouldered the responsibility as a curriculum designer. She's been a headmistress and she's been mentoring teachers. She's had a career with top schools of Delhi, Mumbai, with GD Goenka Public School, Podar Institutions, Gopal Sharma International School, to name a few. Having experienced the various boards and methods of curriculum framework, she developed a passion towards working with children in their early years. She loves being with children and it really excites her and keeps her motivated. She has all the necessary skills and experience in the childcare field. Her main aim involves positively impacting children both physically and emotionally. A very warm welcome to you, Ms. Tasneem. It's really a pleasure to have you with us today.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for such a lovely introduction. I'm overwhelmed, Archana, ma'am. I thank Skoolz also to give me such a lovely, wonderful platform to showcase myself and my school. So I'm glad to be here, and let's, start off with our session.
Yes, absolutely. Looking forward to that. So to begin with, Ms. Tasneem, I would like to know from you that, which year was the school Minikins established, and what is the meaning of the name Minikins?
Oh yes, that was, it's actually a process of having naming our school. Minikins means little children, a place which belongs to children, babies like toddlers or the early years children. And we geared up into 2018 and 2019 properly, as in online and offline. And so far and so forth, we are doing good.
That's really a very unusual and a very sweet name. So I had to ask you, what was the thought behind the name?
Right.
Very, very cute. So great, Ms. Tasneem, I would like to know from you that, especially in a city like Bangalore, you have schools mushrooming in every nook and corner, and especially where preschools are concerned, every second or third lane you have a preschool. So I wanted to know, with so many schools all around, in fact, we have school belts in some of the lanes.
Right.
How do you stand to make a difference? What are the USPs of Minikins?
Right. So there could be many schools coming up each year. As an educational institution, we believe in quality over quantity. So there should be a holistic development, individual attention. Okay. So we do it in a form of, we don't crowd our classes with large numbers, 20, 30 children in a classroom. So we work in smaller groups, so that we call them as bubbles. So a facilitator and a nanny is there. So, and the bubble strength depends on the level they are with. Playgroup is different, nursery, and hence individual attention with social skills is also taken care of. So the child should be able to enjoy his freedom of learning to achieve his milestones in a very guided manner. All right. So wherein an appropriate learning environment is created in the classroom, directing the child towards a wholesome individual with values, etiquette, and congregated pure personality. So that is what we do at Minikins. We don't want to run a rat race with others. We understand that it's all about children. So the curriculum is designed. It's a research-based curriculum that we have. So we believe in providing a learning environment in a right way, a child-friendly ambience that we have at our premises, rendering love and care to the budding minds. So we have various activities. It's endless. I keep going on and on. Please prompt me. So we have music, yoga, and lot many things.
Okay, that's nice.
So it's
Yes,
like
I'm
that.
sure we would be talking about the activities as well.
Yes.
So I would like to know that, of course, you talked about bubbles, but what is the student-teacher ratio that you have or you follow at Minikins?
Yeah, so starting from playgroup, we start at a ratio of 10:1. Going forward, 12, 13:1. And going forward, 15:15, 16:1. With a nanny in each class.
Okay.
So that is a ratio that we follow.
That's good. And so what is the curriculum that Minikins follows? Is it an integrated curriculum or has it been designed in-house by your team? What is it that you follow at your school?
Yes, so that is what I was waiting for, which is always a question in demand. All right, so ours is a transdisciplinary model. Our curriculum is a transdisciplinary mode of approach. So it mounts around so many theories, best theories around the globe, including the NCF policy. For example, we have the basic cruxes in the inquiry-based approach, Montessori, Harvard Gardner's theory of multiple intelligence, Panchakosha Vikasa according to NCF, and then we have our Bloom's taxonomy. So that is how we make the curriculum child-friendly and adaptable to children. So all the best things are taken up.
Okay.
All right. So the child should be provided with maximum opportunities to learn through sorting, interaction with others. Education is all about that.
Absolutely.
So that is how we do it.
That's lovely. So, parents usually have a question in mind. They, tend to, compare sometimes their child about, suppose their child is about 3-4 years old and there's another child who's of the same age, and they wonder that if that child is able to do so much, is able to read so much, or is able to write so much, why is it that my child is not able to do it? So they tend to compare. So would you like to share your thoughts on, is there any best way of learning, for the children?
See, that is what is the basic theory or the ritual that we do it here in Minikins. That is rejoicing the uniqueness in every child. So we don't fiddle with the uniqueness in every child. We allow the child to groom up in their own pace, yet be with the group. So wherein we provide various things like, remedials are provided if they are slow learners. We coordinate with the parents as to improve them better. So all of these, but it goes very smoothly. There is no pressure but they are ready for at all levels. Milestones are achieved age appropriate.
Okay, that's great. So do you also have some kind of a homework policy, and do you expect the parents to help the child when some kind of a work, homework is maybe a big word, but any kind of work that they need to do at home that has been done in school, is that there something in place for in Minikins?
See, homework is a very heavy word, so we call it as home play. All right, and then it's in nursery and playgroup. Actually, children have little projects like they take home, like activities. We ask them go home and explore about this, come back and tell us. It is a 50-50 partnership with the parent basically.
Okay.
Going forward in the LKG, yes, we have reading sheets for them. We have writing also, because it becomes a formal one. So we need to in-tune everything, and also look into the fact that they are not pressurized, or they are not overwhelmed with the home play.
That's good. There is something that parents always want. Like today, if you see the scenario, it is like parents wanting their child to learn almost everything. They want them to learn, go after the child comes from school. They want the child to go for this class, that class. And probably the child's day is completely packed till the child goes to sleep. And because the reason of the parents doing it is they think that child's personality is going to develop through all that. What are your thoughts in, regarding this, where is there something that parents can help their child with to develop the child's overall personality?
So again here the work of the school comes in first place to guide the parents for them to take what is the interest of the child. So it is the facilitator who is going to know the child in depth. So it has to be a process right from from the foundation years till the time he reaches the careers. So it has to be handed over and over to find out what suits the best to the child. So they walk hand in hand, and accordingly we have sessions with parents talking about all their interests apart from PTMs and all that. So we have separate induction programs, or whenever they feel like talking about these counseling sessions, we do all these things at individually.
Okay.
Right.
So is there a plan of having more branches of Minikins? Or
Certainly. I would really want my excellence, my curriculum to reach to the maximum children around in Bangalore. Because my rich experience, holds me high. I want the best thing to go to everybody.
Absolutely. That's wonderful. So, when the parents, of today's children, when they were growing up, there was no question in their mind with regard to boards, So the parents kind of put their children in the school which was closest, they didn't think whether it was CBSE, ICSE, IGCSE. But today parents are really, kind of wondering. They wonder which board is better. Should I put my child in CBSE? Should I put my child in ICSE or something like that? So what would you like to share with the parents with regard to boards? Does it really define a child's success in the long run? What board the child studies
nothing.
from?
Yes. So in the first place, boards, there are different boards altogether. There are a CBSE and ICSE board, IGCSE, and going so far and so forth. There are various criteria and things that has to be kept in mind by the parents. What exactly they are looking for. So, for example, if the parent is on transfers going across the states, there could be a discrepancies in the curriculum if they take up ICSE or something, because there are few standardized books that they follow. Every school, IGCSE, ICSE, they follow integrated model. While in CBSE, they follow NCRT. So which is common all over India. So the people who are on transfers can choose CBSE, while ICSE and IGCSE, IB boards give a depth research knowledge to the child. So it is the nature of job also brings into criteria. So this could be also one of the points the parent can think about. And suppose if they are in one place, they have many options to explore.
Absolutely,
so they get a clear picture. And apart from this is a very vast topic wherein just talking in 30 seconds would not give justice to it.
True.
So we have a proper guiding session, again orientation session for the children who are moving out also.
Okay.
So it's like that.
Okay, great. So I would like to know that, if I understood some of the differences that you spoke about in boards, but at that stage in early years, does it really make a difference for the child as to which board the child uses or chooses in the primary section? Does it really make a difference?
So it actually, early years are the foundation years. So we are meticulously molding the child, grooming up the child like a potter who is molding the clay to form a beautiful pot. So we are nurturing the child in all their skills. So we should be in a position to mold them intellectually, cognitively, socially, in every manner that is possible. So confining ourselves to one board could not be my cup of tea. So my children who are graduating from Minikins, be it LKG, UKG, they will stand out. I'm confident about it because they know reading. They are confident speakers. All right. So they build up small sentences.
Wow.
So they will stand out. Right from playgroup, we have we mentor them like that.
Okay.
We provide them stage to show their talents.
Okay.
So that is how we groom up the child to be a distinct and different personality, yet keeping that uniqueness in them.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Where Minikins is concerned, usually, of course, preschools and even the bigger schools have have a set of activities that they make their children do through the year. Sometimes it's on a fortnightly basis or a monthly basis, and there are certain occasions that happen on a yearly basis. So at Minikins, what are the activities that you involve the children with, and do you expect the parents to participate on those day-to-day activities?
See, ma'am, there are few things like there are larger events like Minikins Sports Pata and annual days and Christmas carnivals and so forth, so on and so forth. They are with the children's participation. There are few other events that parents are invited to this, as in participate with the grandparents, with parents for one of the parent on Father's Day, for example, on Mother's Day. So it goes on like that. And activities play it's a prominent role when you are imparting education to the children. So that that becomes a very core thing that we follow here. So right from introduction of concepts to understanding, practicing, and application, everything has to be like a ritual. We do it like that for all the literacy, numeracy, and EVS. So there has to be a proper procedure to do anything. So that is what we mentor our facilitators to do.
So these activities that you're talking about they pertain to curriculum, right? Maybe academics. But I'm talking about, I mean, there would be some kind of special days on a regular.
Certainly, everything, all the special days. Coming to special days, we have festivals and all are we don't practice religion. So we are Indians, right? So we have so many festivals. We practice the crux of each festival. Okay. So that is the distinct feature that we develop, in children. The love of being, the crux basics. For example, I'm proud to be an Indian on Independence Day. Say, then it could be saving trees on Raksha Bandhan. So like that, and again we have Krishna Janmashtami. We would say like every festival has a different theme altogether. So that builds in a sense of tradition. Also, they know that there are festivals in India, but then we are celebrating in a different manner that is positively impacting the personality altogether.
That's amazing. Yes, yeah. That should be done. That's really great. So I would just like to know that, they say the workforce, the teachers are the pillars of any institution because they are the ones who are in the classrooms at all points of time. So I would like to understand at Minikins, now if suppose somebody would like to join the team, what is the recruitment process that you follow at Minikins?
So at Minikins, teachers are all entity or DH that we call in Bangalore. So they are shortlisted. Telephonic conversation for knowledge is tested over phone, and then demo lessons are scheduled. Finalizing of candidates happen. Then we verify a verification of all forms. Be it these days COVID vaccination stuff and police verification. So basic verification process happens. We don't board the teacher without the training because every teacher teaches distinctively. We want a particular pattern and the same protocol to be followed in the school, same pattern of teaching. So we train the teacher and then on board. Yeah.
So apart from the qualifications, do you look at some kind of qualities that the teacher should have? These qualities could be inherent. Some things cannot be really taught, even with qualifications. So could you name some of the qualities that you look for in the teacher that you want to appoint at Minikins?
Passion of learning is most important, and then going forward, love to work with kids.
Yes.
There are so many ups and downs in their, in the moods of children, their mood swings. There's little attention span. They should be able to manage all of it. They should not be hyper. They should have a lot of patience.
Yes.
So all of these some of the qualities could be these.
Yes.
So prominently, I look for these.
So we were talking about, children learning at their own pace. Now, there are children cannot move at the same pace as the other peers in the classroom. So how do you manage to bring these children at par with the others?
So in this, we have two different categories. If I have to elaborately say, I think the first part we have discussed a little earlier. here in this video, saying that remedials are conducted. Going forward, we say that we do those practices in the school, and we guide the parents. We have taken the child till here. This is the thing, or this is the process you need to follow at home. Collectively, let us develop the child. Let us study the child for over a period and see what is the result. So this is one set of children. There are other set of children who are who cannot be termed as special, but then there could be few difficulties: not doing the independent work, not following their, they do not have an eye contact, not following instructions. So in that case, we have counselors in house. So we are the counselors come over. They before getting into the classes also, when the training sessions happen with the teachers, we invite the counselors as to train the teachers how to identify these children with different behaviors, to manage them. So, suppose we find different behaviors. Some of I've mentioned, as I've mentioned before. So they come, they study the child, and then a different time or duration of the days or something like that. And there's a proper procedure that is followed. So Miracle Minds, they are an occupational theory institute who are associated with us, who work with children, and collectively all of us work together.
So what happens sometimes is that when a child is getting admitted in the school, the parent sometimes withhold the information about child's learning difficulty. And as a school, once you the session progresses, after a month or two, you understand and you realize that, and it's just not a learning difficulty, it could be more than that. When you talked about not having eye contact, could be one of them. So do you, in such cases, do you have a support system? Do you do have counselors in your school?
That is what I said, ma'am.
Yes.
That is what I said. We do have counselors who are constantly monitoring such. We do have children in the first place in this year also who are having those special needs. So we cater to such children also, but because we cannot, they have to be in the regular with the regular children doing the same kind of work, and then studying the progress is what we believe.
I would like to understand that in where special needs is concerned, there could be some children who could have autism spectrum. So you said you are already associated with Miracle Minds. So you in your school in Minikins, these counselors along with Miracle Minds help the parent overcome, for the child to go for therapy and overcome the child's shortcomings?
See, ma'am, occupational therapy and speech therapy and remedials are completely different. Wherein children are a little, we may say that part of the area in the brain is not developed, or the connections are not, done. All right, but then autism is altogether a very big, spectrum that we believe in. That in that case we again talk to what is the intensity. So if it is a point of concern, then we discuss and get to a appropriate solution.
Okay, so I would now come to another question, which is, it is always, especially in today's scenario, it is always predominantly on the minds of parents, which is to do with safety. They're always concerned about it. They wonder if schools can give them the live coverage of the CCTV cameras and if their child is safe in the school. So I'm sure that all the schools are following a lot of safety protocols, but I would like to understand that in terms of their physical, their emotional safety, what are the norms that Minikins follows?
Right. So safety feature is one of the most important thing that as a parent, I also would like and know about that. The thing is, we are associated with baby safe, companies and early childhood association, wherein we follow the guidelines of how the children can be safe at the daycare centers or at the preschools. For example, we have finger guards on all the doors. The electric switches are over 4 feet, so etc. So we have taken ample safety measures when they are inside the school. Apart from that, if they are good touch and bad touch is what is required at this point of time. Children are educated at a very early age here at Minikins in the form of stories, in the form of puppets, in the form of videos. So they are educated to be be to reach up to what is the correct place where you can discuss your problems. So we teach them expressing themselves. Who is the correct person where you have to is it your ma'am or your teacher? How you are supposed to scream no and all that. So it's like that. So basic emotionally and socially we are parents can experience when they can come down to Minikins.
Okay, perfect. That's great. So that comes to, of course, that is safety. So do you also have transportation system at Minikins?
Yes, we have transport
Okay.
also. Transport facility is also there. So
Okay. So I'm assuming you would be having a lady attendant in.
Of course, there is the lady attendant with the children who is going with the children.
Okay. And the tracking system would be in place as well, I'm sure. Great. So I would like to know from you that, usually parents sometimes ask that why is it that my child does not ask questions, is not curious about things? How can I inculcate the curiosity among my child, So what is it that you have to say as an educator? How can this be instilled in the children?
Many children these days, COVID the COVID babies. So because of that, you may say, or various other reasons of not asking questions to the parent. There could be various reasons. Now, how we are guiding them here, providing them appropriate material to work, wherein they are using their mind, their thinking. So thinking, we give them starting from easy tasks, going to difficult. So that is how we give them ample choices, colorful objects, difficult or easy, depending on the age, difficulty level again. So like that, we train the children sensory bins, creative corners, pretend play corners. So there are so many things that we can do to improve that skill in them.
Okay. Now, first I would like to know from you that as an educator, how important do you think is the curriculum that is taught in the classroom? How important is it?
Providing, curriculum plays a very important role. So how we are designing it, how it is child-centric curriculum, how we provide a scaffolding to the children, and before that, training the teachers, providing them ample choices, showing them this is the way you can deal with such situations. Discussion of concepts and how implementation is done is continuously on weekly basis with them. So curriculum needs are done so as to how they can implement those all the items out, all the curriculum lesson plans in the classrooms. And going forward, children who are they should become independent eventually. So the appropriate milestones to be accomplished by each child. So there is a learning environment that is created.
Going back to the teachers, I would just like to know from you that, are there, of course, the teachers, when they come, they are qualified, they have certain qualities, but do you believe in giving them some kind of an ongoing training through the year? And if so, how often do they undergo some kind of a training?
They undergo training twice, before the beginning of the session and one in the second half. So apart from that, there are continuous curriculum meets weekly that are going on with the center heads, and like that they are properly designing and things are in place, discussed, and everything is on the track.
So we have recently heard about national education policy coming into place, and people are quite excited about it. Of course, it may take time to probably implement it. How do you see that this new policy affecting early childhood education?
Yes. So there are various things that comes to discussion right from the age parameters. We had been before, I think 2020, they had started discussion of all these things, and we started implementing the age criteria right from there. And thankfully, and it was really so nice that because our curriculum is a research-based curriculum, we had so many parameters that met in NCF, the National Education Policy. So we are overwhelmed that we are at par with the standards. So
nice.
we have in-house built-in curriculum apart from the curriculum researchers that they do. we provide ample support to the children. So that is how I can say.
Okay, great. That's great. So there are not too many changes at Minikins?
No, not many. I mean, we are at par, as I said.
Okay, cool. So tell me, what really inspired you to be an educator? What brought you into this field?
So this is a journey, ma'am. So when this idea evolved, when my children, they started their schooling, and then I saw parents with so many questions, me with so many questions, having the difficulties in the different kinds of curriculum implementations, standards, and everything. So it took me to understand, because I have working with so many different curricula, that gave me a vast exposure to them, and the best can be implemented to my children, where I thought, why not implement it and give it back to society that I have learned. So this is a journey. I changed my complete professional aspiration from another industry to preschool, because I found that early years of education and the early years, 5 years, are very, very, very important.
Oh, yes.
So that is how my journey began, and and the main thing was nurturing the child's uniqueness and develop in the journey of learning them. We have to develop them, and without changing their uniqueness. So that is what made me, think about having my own school.
So anything about Minikins that you would like the parents to know, those who are seeking admission for their children in preschools? Where exactly is it situated, and anything particular that you would like to share with the parents?
I think we have completed and covered most of the areas. Apart from that, I would really be glad to be here and answer all the parents' queries here in Kalyan Nagar, HRBR second block. So
Okay.
is our Minikins preschool, and there are many things. Only when they visit, they can experience.
I can understand.
So
do
that
you
is
have-
more than anybody. I am quite excited to see the parents who are coming and visiting us.
Absolutely. I'm sure many would come. So do
Yes.
you have any plans of going ahead, apart from the senior kindergarten, going up to grade 1 and 2 in the future?
So we are confining ourselves as of now to senior KG, the kindergarten itself, and having many branches and more people, more parents, having the facility of enrolling their children with us. So that is, reaching many with good quality is, and most important, the slogan goes like a standard of education with a pocket-friendly fee.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's nice. Interesting. I'm sure many would come, and, if they get quality at affordable fee structure, that's the best thing for the parents would want. So coming towards the end of this session, I would like to know from you, Mr. Tasneem, that although you've just onboarded our Skoolz platform, but so far, how has your experience been, and any kind of feedback that you would like to give us?
The journey of being associated with Skoolz so far has been really great. Apart from that, they are helping us in various things, putting our strengths in the first place. So that is really, really heartwarming to me. And I really enjoy talking to you as well. And I thank Skoolz for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you so much. And
Really
it was
nice
lovely
talking
talking to you.
Yes,
Absolutely.
same here.
It was lovely. And we pray that your school really goes higher and higher and touches the pinnacles of success. And with your passion behind this endeavor, I'm sure it will. So we wish you all the very best, and everybody at Minikins. God bless.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I have a nice day. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.